Hello and welcome everybody to my new podcast. My name is Cathi and I'm a coach for your personal growth and for your twin flame connection and the twin flame process. Yes, today I want to talk about the signs that you meet your twin flame, and maybe you can estimate a little bit more if it is your twin flame who you met. And if you want to get some more information, you can have a look at our website. It's www.twinflamelove.de, and on the right side you see a button where you can change the language, and then you can read my offers and our offers, and you can have some information about us and have a look at our English website. At the moment we are filling the website and other content is coming, but it takes a little bit time. Yes, and then I can work with your energy field. If you want to get some information about the work with your energy field, you can write an email, or you can, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. You can write at info@twinflamelove.de, and you can write in English and I will write in English back and I hope that you can understand my English. So the first one is that I can go in your energy field and give you the information from the universe for you about every theme, about every topic, about every problem and every situation, not just about the twin flame connection. And other offers I can give to you at the moment is a coaching where we can speak to each other. I can help you with your personal growth and in this process, because I know that it's very hard to get through it. I've done it all before and I know how to deal with it and how to go through it so that you can live your happiest life that you can imagine right now. So that's enough for today. Have fun with my new podcast, and here we go. Yes, today I want to talk about the signs that you met your twin flame. My signs are really not complete, so we start with a few signs that I collected for you. And the first sign that you met your twin flame is a really deeply connection with each other. That means it is sometimes a little bit scary, but when you meet each other, you know that you had many lives before with your twin flame. You know that you had maybe some kinds of relationships in other roles together, that you lived in lives before together in a partnership, and there's a deep trust to the other person. It is really, really intense, and you have a deep connection to other soulmates or to other karmic partners or whatever too, but it is more intense with your twin flame. And this high level of connection and trust is always there. It is there if the other person is not physical at your side, and you will always feel how the other person is. You will always know what he or she is thinking actually. You will know how he or she feels, and maybe it is some kind of, if you are not in a good mood, if you are it's not your day and you you don't feel right, and you had a situation where you don't feel right, then there's some message your twin flame writes to you, or there's the call and he or she is calling you and ask you what is wrong, because he or she is feeling something which means that he or she is feeling you. And in some situations, it is suddenly that you have a feeling and you know that this feeling doesn't fit to your actual situation and to your mood. So it's sometimes a little bit difficult to get the differences, what is your own feeling and what is the feeling of the twin flame. But if it comes to you suddenly and you are the whole day you're feeling fine and suddenly there's something you are scary, or suddenly you feel sad and it doesn't match your actual mood over the day, you know that this is the feeling of your twin flame. Maybe that's a sign that you can write or call him or her if you are in contact with each other in this physical world. The second characteristic that you found your twin flame is, as I said before, you always feel each other, and it could be that there's some kind of telepathy. That means you can speak with each other on another level and make some conversations on the other level. It's always like if you are together, you will say the same things, you will think the same things, or sometimes you have maybe song in your head, and this song is always there. Some days it is like that, and your twin flame will sing it, but you didn't say it before. It's just that he or she feels this song and sing it. And maybe you have to go to the supermarket and then you forgot something and your twin flame will bring it with him or her, because you are always one, and so that's a very good benefit. And that's always it's always like that. You will always say the same things, you will always think the same things, you will always feel the same things. It's really, really scary sometimes, but it is what it is. And then it could be that you have some flashbacks, and sometimes you get some pictures of lives you lived together before this life. And this is very interesting in the twin flame connections, but I know that it's quite often that you sometimes see pictures of lives with you and your twin flame from another life before. The third characteristic that you met your twin flame is that you are the same. You are always the same. The other person is just like you. You are two parts of one soul, just in other bodies. So maybe you can say that he is you in a male role and you are like him in a female role. That's a really typical sign. And maybe you can trust his or her family. You feel that you are in the family already before you came into the life of your twin flame. An example is, since Mike and I met, we are totally accepted. That means as I met his family, I knew that this family would be the family I had grown up if I was a male person, and my family would be his family if he would grown up as a female person. So I know that his family is and my family is his family, and that's a really typical sign. So you are always the same. You are always the same, just in other bodies. The next characteristic that you met your twin flame is the parallelism. That means you had experiences in your lives before that are mostly the same. Maybe you had the same numbers of partners, maybe you switched your job at the same time, maybe you had other things in your history, in your lives, you joined not together, but you lived at the same time. Maybe you have parallels in the family, as I said before, or you have the same hobbies and you have the same values to 100%. That means if your value is maybe loyalty and maybe honesty and trust, it will be 100% in the same order for your twin flame. So you don't have to discuss anything because everything is clear when you meet your twin flame. Yeah. Another sign that you met your twin flame is the communication through the eyes. That means you can look in the eyes of your twin flame and stare in the eyes for not just for seconds, maybe for hours, I don't know. And you always search for the connection through the eyes with your twin flames. It's just because you see yourself in the soul of the twin flame. You see yourself in the eyes of your twin flame. And that's so magical and typical for the connection between you. And then there's a magnetic attraction between you. That means you can imagine some magnets and they don't, it's very difficult to get them away from each other. And so it is when you meet your twin flame, because it's very often that you do things together. It's typical that you're always together. And even if the other person is not physical around you at the moment, you are always feeling each other, and the magnetic attraction is on every level. That means it is on a physical level, it is on a spiritual level, on a mental level, emotional level. It's everything at the magnetic attraction. An example is, at the beginning of our connection between Mike and me, we don't had that much time together in our physical bodies. So, it was always a highlight when we had the chance to be with each other. And then there was an afternoon, and we met because we worked together, and we know that we can't be at this time on this afternoon together, and we were both very sad about it because he had a meeting, and this meeting was planned for a month. It was really planned and fixed, and there was no chance that it has to be that it could be in another way, or that it could be cancelled. So we were both sad because we knew that we can't see each other for a long time after that. And we said we was sitting together and had just talked about it, and in that moment his smartphone ringed, and the meeting was cancelled. So that was the moment that Mike knew that there has to be something other than the physical body, and that there has to be another level which we can't see. And so we could spend time together in the afternoon and had the chance to be with each other. And these things are very often. If you meet your twin flame, or if you had met your twin flame, it will be very often that you have these examples maybe. Another sign that you met your twin flame is that you are not in love. You may be in love for seconds, for days, for weeks, or a few months. But if you meet your twin flame, it's like a comet. It's like a comet. You see him or her and you know, wow, there he is, or there she is, or I'm waiting for you my whole life, or whatever. You will feel it, you will see it. It's really like a comet. And you are really not in love for a long time, because you just know that you love each other unconditionally. And that's a sign I would like to talk about later, but it is really characteristic that you are not in love for a long time. Yeah, I explained it like I was wrapped in a cotton wool, and there was the Pac-Man. I don't know if you know it or knew it from the past, and he eat all the negative thoughts, emotions, and something other, and there was just the feeling of be wrapped in these cotton wool. Then there's the sign that the time and the space does not exist anymore when you are together with your twin flame. That means it doesn't matter who we are just and always happy because we are together and we can be together. And it really doesn't matter how long, where we are, with whom we are just happy that we can be together. Yeah, that's a really good sign. And then my last sign that you meet your twin flame is the unconditional love. As I said before, you know that you love the other person. You don't have any expectations. There's no, you have to be like that. And if you are like that, I can love you. Or you must do this and that and that. You have to cook and then I love you. Or you don't have to bring any achievements. All things that you achieved before doesn't matter if you meet your twin flame, because you love the soul of the other person. You just love the soul, and there's no expectation of your body. It doesn't matter how you look like, what your body is like, if you are young and have to be young, or if you are old, and it doesn't matter, really, it doesn't matter. Your twin flame will never ever say something about your body, that you have to do some sports if you or something like that. It doesn't matter, really, it doesn't matter. I had these things in relationships before I met your twin flame. There was always the expectation to be young, or to do something, or to achieve something, and if it is like that, the other person will love me, and that's not the level of the twin flames, not ever. So the aim is to see your twin flame in his or her highest potential, and that's what you want to see from him or her, and he wants to see from you. That's always the aim of the twin flame connection. It's another level of relationship. I always talk about the 5D relationship and not about the 3D relationship in this physical world. And it could be that your relationship is very similar to a 3D relationship in this world. It could be that you live together, that you work together, that you are in a happy relationship together, but it could be that your relationship is on another way. That means that you are not living in one house or in one flat. It could be that you don't live together, but you are in a relationship. And it could be that your twin flame maybe know about your relationship, maybe know about the feature of your meeting, and know that he or she is your twin flame. It could be, and then your twin flame says, okay, I'm in a relationship with I have a family, I have kids or something like that, and I want to live with my family. I know what you are for me, and I know that we have another connection on another level, but I want to live with my family on a 3D physical world. Another question is, why should he do that, or why should she do it? But I want to talk about it later. There are some other things that we have to talk about in this special meaning. But the essence of all these connections is the unconditional love. And it is a really, really, really big gift that you meet your twin flame in this life at this time on this Mother Earth. And I know that sometimes the circumstances are very difficult. I know that maybe you meet each other and you are living on in other states and you can't speak to each other. Maybe you don't speak the language, or you are married to another person, or there are other circumstances, and sometimes the twin flame is not incarnate in this life. It is on another level and sends you always messages, yeah. But if you have the chance to meet your twin flame and you know it is a big gift. And please, and I hope that you see it as a gift. And it doesn't matter how difficult the circumstances are. My personal meaning is that the twin flames are made to live with each other. And if you are going through the process and your personality is whole and you feel like you are whole without your twin flame, you can have a really, really big and happy relationship. And I think we are made for each other, and that's why we meet each other. It's a little bit more in the last few years, and it's going to be more and more twin flames who meet each other. It's a new generation, and we are here to spread the love, the unconditional love we meet through each other. That's what I think about. So these were many facts, and I hope the signs can help you to know if you meet your twin flame and to know what he or she is and why it is such a special feature. Yeah, and I hope you can see it as a present. I know that it's not easy. It's really not easy, and that we are all going through it, and we have to go through it. I will make another video of the phases of the twin flame connection. If you want to comment on this video, I would be very happy, because I would like to know if you met your twin flame or if you are in a twin flame connection already. And yeah, have a nice evening, a nice day. I don't know where you are and when you hear this podcast, but I hope that we will hear each other at the next time. Bye!